The guru is live.
Good morning. It's time to talk about luck. You know, it's wonderful to feel lucky, but luck isn't the only thing you're going to need to be a great agent. We're going to talk today about getting lucky and how to create your own luck in real estate as a career. You know, if I had to put an equal sign, luck equals preparation plus opportunity. And we're going to be talking about preparation and what does that mean, and opportunity, and how to recognize opportunity in real estate as a career right after this.
So, Rod, how can a cup of coffee improve my career in real estate?
Well, one cup of coffee is how we start our mornings, and it's not a stranger in real estate. We have coffee with our clients all the time. Even bigger than that, we can sit down with one cup of coffee, talk about your goals, make your business bigger, and push you to heights that you can't even believe.
That's right. And I'll tell you, working for Rod and I, you can be pushed because he's a workhorse.
I love real estate, and I want to share my passion with building your career in real estate as soon as we can pour the next cup of coffee.
So how about a cup of coffee with us?
I look forward to having a cup of coffee with you and having a discussion of a career change as soon as possible.
Thank you. Guru is live.
Okay, here we go. We're talking about luck this morning and building your career, which, by the way, is my personal passion, is building your career bigger than you could have ever imagined it to be. So, does luck stand a part of building your career? And the answer is absolutely luck is, but maybe not the way you've ever thought of luck before. Before we get into that, let me grab a sip of coffee this morning. Loving my morning coffee. It gets me rolling. It's part of what helps me be lucky, I guess, because I get rolling with my coffee every morning. I'm quite regimented and set on my mornings. So let's talk about luck. And the formula for luck is preparation plus opportunity. That's the formula. So how do we get into preparation? First, you have to think about being professional. And I know, we've all heard this before, that you have to be professional. What is being professional? Well, being professional is part of the preparation. It's what you are doing as a passion in this business. Every single day, you're doing your follow-ups, you're calling, you're making videos, you're posting to Facebook, you're posting to social media, you are showing the clients, you're researching for the clients, and you are treating them as a professional person would. That is, you're not getting together with them just to go fishing. That's a different expedition altogether. That's not the professional side of your business. I'm not running down. If you have someone you've created as a friendship through this and you want to go fishing with them, that's awesome. I love it. But that's not exactly what we're talking about here. You have to relate to your clients in a personal way as a professional, showing them your knowledge, skills, and abilities. We talk about it all the time. Knowledge, skills, and abilities. And you have to build rapport with them. Building that rapport is critical. All the time, people come to me and say, well, I've got this wonderful client, and I've been showing them homes, and I say to them, why do you think you have a client? Well, I've shown them a couple homes. Okay, tell me about the client. We're trying to prepare you for an opportunity which will create luck in your life. Luck equals preparation plus opportunity. So tell me about your client. And they can't really give me any details. They can't tell me about their motives. They can't tell me about their intent. They can't even tell me exactly what area of town they're wanting to be in. They're very vague about, this isn't a client. Not yet. it's a hopeful to be a client. You've got to dig in further than that if you ever want this person to become a client. I'm here to build your career with you. I'm here to make your career bigger than ever before. But to do that, we have to be digging into the mindset of our client, not just taking them out and opening a door. You've got to have conversations with them. You've got to show them your knowledge. You've got to show them your abilities. Showcase who you are as a professional. You will create your own luck. People say to me all the time, well, you're so lucky you've done this and that. You know, there's a whole lot of reasons I'm not lucky in life. It's been a lot of work. And I know you're doing the same work. And what we have to do is we have to showcase what you're doing to the client. The client will respect it. You're not just going around bragging. Let me take a sip of coffee. You're not just going around bragging, because that wouldn't be any good. Nobody wants somebody that is going around and bragging. However, there's a difference between bragging and showcasing knowledge that is for the benefit, watch this close, it's for the benefit of the client. You're trying to give them knowledge that is for their benefit. You're not bragging that you know stuff. You're delivering knowledge for their benefit, and that's different. That's building a relationship. That's showcasing your knowledge, and that is putting you on the stage of someone they want to be connected with because you have knowledge. Be knowledgeable and share the knowledge. By the way, let's slow down here just for a second. Take a moment and hit that like button. I love it. It makes my mornings when people hit that like button, and I check it throughout the day. So hit the like button. Also, take a moment and and make a comment. I'd like to know, how do you share knowledge? How do you feel like you're creating your own luck? How do you feel like you're preparing for the opportunities, which are thousands of them in real estate? It's amazing. It's like an endless stream of opportunity in our career. How are you preparing yourself for the opportunities in real estate? And how do you know when you're confronted with an opportunity? Also, I'd like to hear from you in the comments about other show topics that you would like to hear from to help you build your business bigger than ever before. Also, one more quick thing before we move on with our luck show. And that is, right down here in the banner is our Kickstarter program. Don't forget, we can help you build your luck by helping you prepare better than ever before through our Kickstarter program, which prepares you to get clients. It helps you get a stream of clients, constant clients that you are in control of. And on top of that, we have one-on-one coaching programs. We're not talking vague coaching programs. We have one-on-one coaching programs to help you build your business. And all of this with 100% money back guarantee. Always remember that. We stand behind our products. All right, let's go. How do we know when we have luck? One moment. Well, you start off with this preparation piece. Now, you got licensed. I get it. You have to get licensed to eat. That's the first threshold of preparation, is getting licensed. But I'm just going to say it. I'll probably get some comments on this. Getting licensed isn't hard. That's an easy test. The whole process, it's not difficult, for goodness sakes. So we know you can get licensed. You have already probably gotten licensed. There are a few of you that are watching the show that are not licensed yet, but believe me, you can do it. You absolutely, look at the people out there, some of them out there practicing. You definitely are as smart as they are, so you can get licensed. Now you have to know something beyond that, and one of the things you have to know is you have to know the details of the contract. Nothing is worse than getting ready to write an offer or preparing a seller that wants to sell the house and you don't know the contract details yourself. You haven't prepared yourself for that lucky opportunity to list someone's home or make the greatest offer you've ever presented because you haven't prepared yourself for that opportunity to do so. Take time. The contract isn't that long. You know, depending on the state you're in, they're between 11 and 20 pages. That's not, I mean, I know it seems like, oh, that's daunting. No, take time. Do it a page a day. You'll get through it in no time flat. Do it a paragraph at a time. Ask someone some details about what does this paragraph mean. You know, you can find things in the contract that actually are the classic pieces of a contract. Where's the actual offer being made? What are the conditions to the offer? What does acceptance mean and how does someone accept? These things are in all the contracts and you need to be knowledgeable and know of them. And this is called preparation. Showing this kind of knowledge to your client is a showcase of knowledge, and it allows them to have confidence in you. Let's go over that again, because this is big. It allows the client to have confidence in you because you know and you have showcased your knowledge about the contract and what you're doing with it, with them. You're not vague, you understand it, and now they have confidence. And what does that confidence relate to? It relates to trust. Once they have trust in you, now there's faith in your process, and they believe in you. This relates to the backside after they own the home or they sell the home. It relates to the referral business that we are all aimed at. You've got to be aiming your business at referral business because it's referral business it will be the easiest ongoing business that you'll ever do in your professional life. And people will say, well, you're just so lucky because you never go after a new client. It's all referral to you. That's because you did the work. You prepared yourself years ago. And now you're reaping the harvest with the opportunity of the referral business, and you're sitting back and taking it. But now let's prepare your business so that in 3 to 5 years, you are getting lots of referral business because you prepared the client, you prepared the relationship, you are knowledgeful, and you made the trusting relationship actually happen. That's a lot, but it can absolutely happen. Almost all of our personal business that we do is all referral. Yours can be the same. I know lots of people out there. I know thousands of them, but I know lots of them that are doing referral business almost entirely. Okay. Getting another sip of coffee this morning. You need to point out imperfections. You need to point out the important details in the contract. Point out the imperfections in a home. Point out the important details of a home, as well as, of course, the contract. As I said, you've got to know that part. But you need to point out, as you're going through, whether you're helping someone sell their home or you're helping them buy it, either way, people say, oh, well, this is good information for someone buying a home. What do I do as a seller? It's the same information. If you're bringing a buyer in and you are representing the buyer, you're pointing out things like the windows, the floors, the inspections that are going to be needed. You're helping them recognize issues that are both good and bad in the home. On the seller side, you're doing the same thing. And yes, this is called preparation for opportunity to create your own luck. Because they'll say, well, how did you get so lucky to sell a wonderful house like that? You prepared the seller. Some of that preparation is walking them through the contract. Some of that preparation is walking through the home yourself and recognizing the issues, good and bad. I don't mean it just for the negative. You're helping them recognize the issues of that home. What is the floor plan? What's the flow? What's the color scheme? We just did a show on our Mountaintop Chats about the psychology of color. You need to be paying attention to the psychology of color in a home. Now, of course, I have no eyesight, so I have to have my wife in there with me to help me with the psychology of color. Because now, after the interview, and you need to go to listen to Christina Sellers on this, she's amazing on it. The psychology of color is so meaningful to people. You can have some colors that will simply turn people off. They are the colors that don't work for what you for the things you want it to work for. I'm not saying there's bad color. There aren't bad colors. There are schemas in which you want people to feel a certain way. You may have to tell your seller to repaint a room. And I know you don't want to have that hard conversation sometimes, but sometimes you are putting out a fire in advance to getting better offers. By the way, it's not that expensive to paint a room. It's not that difficult. It's not an unachievable thing. And they don't have to get personal about it. People say, oh, well, I painted this room for my daughter and she wanted this certain color, this schema in here. That's wonderful. And I hope your daughter probably loved it. I hope she did. That's terrific. That doesn't mean that's what you want for the sale of the home. And that is what you are there for, is to not leave $1 on the table. And by the way, the psychology of color. Bad colors in a home can leave dollars on the table, unfortunately. All right. You need to know your stats. You absolutely need to know your stats. You need to be involved in real estate. I mean, this is so obvious, but I've got to say it. You've got to be involved in the career of real estate itself. I know that you are. I believe so strongly in you. People that go and get licensed, I know, I already said it's an easy test. Although there's a bunch to do. There's a state exam, a federal exam. It's scary. Anytime you take an exam, it's scary. There's all the worry and the anxiety that goes along with it. And then after the exam, there's all the fees and associations and things you have to come up to be a part of. And then you have to work for a brokerage. Well, that's a lot. That's a lot. I believe strongly in you after getting through that. You want to be part of this. You're watching the market. You're aware of the markets. You're aware of the stats. You have pulled comps for the home. You're doing this so well. But so many people don't share the information after all of this. You've gotten licensed. You got through the exams. Now you pulled all the comps for the home. You pulled the market details. You pulled the neighborhood details. And now you're not sharing it with the person that's going to buy the home or the person that's selling the home. Yes, you need to share this stuff with the seller. People say, well, they're selling. What do they care? You need to make sure that you're all on the same page together, because you also want their insights. But how do you get to their insights is you start sharing. You are preparing the person you're working with by showcasing your knowledge, skills, and abilities so they can do a feedback loop to you, and it becomes a full conversation. And the next thing you know, you have a relationship and you understand motives. And the deeper the conversation goes, you understand more about them, and you're selling their house and you're helping them buy something else. That's how this business works. And they're referring you to friends, neighbors, family members. You're getting all these referrals as the years tick by. And of course, you're sending them thank you cards. Always sending thank you cards, by the way. You've got to be doing this. Sometimes you want to send a little thank you gift. You know, a bottle of wine or something. It's an acknowledgement of the relationship that you're in and that you're thankful to have this relationship. Is that luck? A lot of people call this luck. I'd like to hear from you in the comments. Is this luck? Is this kind of work? It's a lot of work. You're laying down a lot of work on the table. Is that luck? Or is that just simply being smart? Now, I believe it's both. I believe it's you're lucky enough to be smart enough to lay the elements out to make this happen. All right. Put your clients at ease. This is a stressful time for your client. Put your client at ease. You've got to remember back to some time when you were moving. Maybe you've been in the same house for a long time. Maybe you haven't moved in a long time. You've got to remember back to some point in time that you were moving and how it is a stressful event. I don't care if you're buying a home or you're selling a home. These events are in the top 5. Let's think about this for a second. They're in the top 5 of the most stressful events in your life. Amazingly, getting on stage and doing a public speaking presentation is supposedly even more stressful. I don't quite get that, but I know people are really stressed about it. But in the top 5 is moving. And I get that one because all of my stuff, everything I have, everything, it would have to be boxed up and moved somewhere else. And there's the losing of this stuff and the recognition of what you have and how much there is and the cleaning out and the work involved. This is tough. You've got to think about it. So putting people at ease is incredibly important. Part of putting the family at ease is engaging with the family, the kids, the siblings, the parents if they're there, because people will bring all kinds of people with them to a showing. They're saying, I'm thinking about making an offer. We're going to make an offer on this house. I want to show them 123 Main Street. Can we go and you show up to show John Doe and his wife 123 Main Street, and the people that pull up are like 10 people. It's the whole, it's the uncle, it's the parents, it's the siblings, it's everybody else. And suddenly you are the monkey in the middle of the whole circus going on. This is because they're nervous. Recognize at that moment, you've got luck happening. You are showcasing your skills to this entire entourage of people. Now is when to get on the stage. Now is when to showcase who you are. Now is when you put people at ease by engaging everyone in an open conversation about the buying or the selling process. Because people will show up with a whole circus of people. Don't let that rattle you. That means they are serious. Lots of times people say, oh, they showed up with everybody. I couldn't believe it. I was so upset about it. No, don't get upset. They're serious now. You need to show that you actually care. Thank you for coming. This is a serious matter. These people are thinking about spending $400,000 in their life. And you're the one representing them as the agent for $400,000. Maybe a lot more. We just had an agent in our office close nearly $1 million deal. It certainly happens more than what you think. And you're the professional. You're the one there that has prepared yourself. Now, you've got to make sure you prepared yourself. And we've been talking about the preparation and how to understand the opportunity of what's happening. Having family show up is an opportunity. I guarantee you it's an opportunity that you do not want to pass up. Too many people spoil that opportunity. They don't recognize the opportunity because they haven't prepared their knowledge for it. They don't have the stats. they took this as just kind of willy-nilly, if you will. All right. Do you know the nature of what's going on? Do you know the names of the family? Do you know if you're getting ready to write an offer, shouldn't you know their names? Isn't that something that should be known by them? Yes, of course. Please pay attention to their names. Pay attention to the children's names. Pay attention to the pets' names. Names are critical. People want to be called by their names, and they will respect you for knowing that it's Aunt Jenny. They'll respect you for knowing that it's Uncle Bob. That's connected to your clients, Mike and Susie. That shows relationship. That shows how you are preparing to be part of these people's life, not just for this sale. Whether the sale is helping them buy something or selling the home, you are preparing to be part of their life, and you're getting relaxed with it because now you know their names. You're not showing up in front of all these people and having to re-ask the names of your client specifically. That's embarrassing. You didn't prepare well enough. That is an embarrassing moment to show up and you don't even know the names, and you've shown different homes to them, you've been involved with them, and now you don't even have. Write down the names. Put it in your phone. Put it on your hand. Make a note card. Do something. You need to know the names and the names of their children and their pets if they're bringing any. Now, I travel with my guide dog, and people need to know his name. He's part directly of me. We go everywhere together. I would expect that people would understand my guide dog's name since we are together everywhere we go. It's just an example of a service animal situation. Offering gifts, of course, to help lower the stress, whether that's a massage or a dinner out, can absolutely help create your luck and help win the family over to you. Now, we've been talking today about luck and building your career, and how luck is part of preparation and opportunity. And it can be said in the reverse, of course, that preparation and opportunity equals luck. I'm here to help you build your career. We have a course called Kickstarter that will help you do exactly this. Also, we have coaching. It's one-on-one. If you truly want to win big time, get involved in coaching. It's not that the coach is magic. It's not that. It's not that they have 100% of the answers. No. It's that they are another sounding board to help you focus on your business. You're doing all of these things out there, the 1,000 things, and you need someone to help dial you in and focus your efforts to build your business. And that's exactly what we do in our coaching programs. Take a minute, hit the like for the show. I love it. It encourages me for you to hit the like and make a comment and follow us on social media. Over in YouTube, hit the subscribe button in YouTube. That will open up the Guru members only events for you, where we take even a deeper dive into helping you build your business. This is Real Estate Daily. I'm your real estate guru, and I'll be talking to you tomorrow.